Do you think that Solo is a plant from like either like we're gonna go let's peel the onion a little bit more. Do we think we're gonna see like Solo be a plant from like someone like The Rock or like Rikishi, and then like because it's like a family thing. So like Roman is really kind of bullying his cousins. Okay.
Right.
Cousins, obviously, Rikishi's their dad. It's like
Mhm.
essentially a dictator for
Yeah.
the family right now.
Right.
Do we see, kind of Rikishi getting in there for an appearance and setting up maybe because it's WrestleMania 40 and we didn't get it last year? It could be setting up a Rock Roman where people want to see that, but the issue it came with they didn't want to see it for the undisputed titles. So now you can kind of set that up where maybe he costs him the titles and that sets up their match, or and because maybe Solo's the champ and he's doing his thing and it was a whole thing to get, I just do you think it goes that deep, or am I just being too hopeful?
No, I don't hate that idea. The part I hate is that it's pushing out till Mania 40. I really want it to end before that. I'd almost like to see the end of the entire thing at Mania 40. Like, I don't want Roman to wait to still be champion for
No,
another.
that's no. He would lose the title at like Royal Rumble
Okay, or
or
like
like
Summer. Yeah,
Survivor
something.
Series.
But yeah, so I don't hate the idea of like of Rikishi or The Rock or something, but I also kind of love the idea of Solo just doing that on his own. I kind of love the idea of him deciding to show up for Roman at Clash at the Castle. Whether, they're trying to push that Roman asked him, I would love for that to not be the case, that Solo was just like, no, I'm here. Or he showed up because he had already been seeing how Roman was treating his brothers and he didn't like it. And so he saw his way in by Roman being like, hey, I'm going to need you. So I would love for him to be like, okay, that's my way in. And then his way to even get closer to the situation was to basically be the right hand man of Roman Reigns. Don't talk a lot, don't fight back, don't do anything. Like, do everything that he asks you to do and do it better. And then I would love for that to just come around and then that be the whole thing, because then that keeps the brothers together, in the same way without having to involve somebody else. Because I would love to see, the Rikishi involved, but that's going to be kind of like a one-off thing where it's like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
then it's like, eh. And the same thing with The Rock. Like, I wouldn't want that to happen unless that culminates into something else. But again, I would only want to see that be a match
It would be
one-on-one,
a matchup in
not,
WrestleMania
but
40.
not for titles.
Yeah, not for the title. I just
So
the whole where I want to see this
that's
is
what you want to see.
I want to see The Rock Roman, and I want to see Solo turn on Roman, and the reason for it was that he did it for The Rock.
It would be kind of cool if he did it
Do you
for
get my
him.
callback?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Oh,
But
okay,
I
all
think
right.
it would also be kind of cool. And well, for me, like, I would like it so that if there's no one else involved at the same time, like, I would still be totally pumped for a Solo versus Roman match at Mania 40. Like, that would be sick. Like, even if it was the rematch, like, Solo is the one who wins the championships. He brings the gold home for his brothers. Then it's the three of them versus him. So it's like the minions versus the dictator. It'd be kind of cool to see that, because as great as it is to involve legends and stuff like that, I feel like it just has. I would have to see how it was presented, because sometimes it's just too much. It's like, or it's just becomes kind of stale to me. But I think that would be really interesting. All of these ideas would be kind of cool, as long as Solo is the one who dethrones him. That's what I want to see. I just want to see, because just think about the facial expression of Roman, right? When Sammy hit him with the chair, he was so shocked and caught off guard. Imagine that amplified by like 100 million with Solo doing that. Like,
Like you hit
that
him with
is
a
going to be
spike.
so good. And the Usos reaction, like, I don't know, I would love this whole thing that they're like in cahoots together, like this whole thing was planned by them. And so everything is going according to plan right now. Roman is supposed to be tired of the Usos. The Usos are supposed to be like kind of conflicted on how they respond. Like, Jay is apologizing, but Jimmy's laughing, like that kind of thing. I kind of think that would be really cool.